My name is Izzy Morfin. I'm a singer-songwriter, saxophonist, and producer who focuses on sci-fi storytelling. Izzy 8900 is a comic that tells its story through a series of songs / musical score. This is a dream project that has been 5 years in the making. Before I tell that story, I have to start off with where my love for sci-fi came from. My dad used to always draw doodles of, future worlds. He had machines that had these aquatic qualities, some that had almost like diesel punk influence, and that really began it all. Izzy 8900 is inspired by so many different things. In a weird way, it's my love letter to all the music, movies, and anime that influenced me over the years. I'm a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop, Futurama. I love movies like The Fifth Element that just are exploding with creativity and color and personality. I love things that make people think. Flaming Lips are one of my favorite bands, and they really go into existential themes at times. Bowie was the same way with Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, was talking about these really intense themes that reflected what was happening in Berlin at the time. But you kind of have this balance of dark reality mixed with this kind of magic. And I think that is where the characters of Izzy 8900 really shine. My creative process for this was very non-traditional. I work at a high school as a piano accompanist for the choir. So anytime that I could have a break, whether it's like Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, a holiday, a 3-day weekend, that was my time to just go ham in the studio. I started building out my studio in 2019. I used sequential OB6, the Pro 3. Also did a lot of cool stuff with tape manipulation, reel-to-reels, drum machines, vocoders, samplers, saxophone. I went completely ham on these days that I had off. But one of the things that I really love is having some human element that is like the uncontrollable or like undetermined part. So after I would fully track these songs, I would go to the studio to get overdubs done with live drummers. The live musicians that I did have are the best of the best. Danny Frankel on drums and percussion, Stephen Hodges, Ryan Jewell, Stuart Liebig on bass, Bill Barrett on harmonica, Ben Lumsdane on drums. So basically the acoustic instruments were recorded at sessions that I booked at Big Ego in Long Beach, which were engineered by Chris Schlarb, who did the mixing for this record. JJ Golden did the mastering. Last but not least, Jessica Ardre did a beautiful feature. We actually recorded that live at my home studio, and we used a 4-track, a reel-to-reel, a dictaphone, a telephone mic, went completely nuts and had such a fun time recording her vocals. I feel very lucky to have worked with all these musicians. This has been a very ambitious project. There's 20 songs told over 4 different comic issues. This is the first one. Tina has done such a beautiful job of making this magical, interesting, full of color, and there's a certain uniqueness to her style that I really love, that I feel like complements the music. I hope that this comic becomes, a part of your reason why you love sci-fi. It's like another, favorite for you. The characters are so in depth, and the world is so lived in. There's just so many beautiful things that I love about it, and I know you will too. So I'm excited for that. So thank you. Please give to the Kickstarter. I'm excited for this. Izzy 8900. Let's go.